Blessings, greetings, welcome back to the channel. I definitely have been thinking of you. I hope that you all have been well, taking care of yourselves, and really just enjoying your summer. It's a beautiful Independence Day Eve. Let's jump into this topic. And the reason you didn't go to your boss is because you already know they ain't gonna listen. So now you in trouble anyway. So look, think about it like this. When you're being blamed for something, it may look like it's the jealous coworker that's blaming you, okay? It may look like they're the culprit, but when you take a deeper basically, let's talk about when your boss is a hater. Here are the signs that it's not your coworker, it's your boss. Number one, your supervisor plays favorites, right? So they have these little minions that just kind of like, stalk them and hang around them all the time so that you can never get your point across or get your, thoughts heard of the direction that you want the company to go in. Or perhaps they will also stalk you, right? They'll ask you sorts of questions and be fake friends with you if they need to. They'll go that far just so they can find out about you and report back to your boss. Have you ever experienced this, right? This is a sign that your boss is a hater. Some days at work, it's always somebody watching and whispering, and it just starts to feel like you're in The Hills Have Eyes. Am I right? The minions may feel that you are getting just a little too cozy with your boss, okay? And so listen, here's where the devil enters, because look, they will get very unnerved by this, and they will do whatever they need to do to break up that trust, right? So doing a good job at work, staying quiet, right? Being on time, being positive, bringing a high, friendly vibe. Really, that be the only thing you did wrong to them, okay? And so if you do your job too well, that's when they really come after you. Are you understanding where I'm coming from? Now, they'll get offended and they will lash out. Look, maybe there's one day that you're working really hard and you have a coworker that just refuses to participate. They refuse to help out. They don't want to do the work. Even in the position that they're in, they don't want to come through on the back end and do what they were supposed to do so that you can do your job, right? So now it's got you looking like you're not turning in your work and you're not producing the results that you always produce. Am I right? And so you just like, look, I gotta say something, right? And so you say, hey, look, I'm gonna need you to, I need you to get that done so that I can get this done. We need to work together. They're gonna run like that. Trust me, they're gonna run right in there and tell on you. They're gonna tell the manager, okay? And the reason why you didn't even go in there to say anything is because you already knew that the manager wasn't gonna listen to you. So you tried to handle the situation, and now you're in all sorts of drama. When you are being blamed for something, it may look like it's that jealous coworker, right? It may look like they are just trying to sink you and once again get you into one of their little drama situations so that you can be focused on that instead of just doing your job so you can go home. But we need to take a deeper look at a situation like this and realize whenever a supervisor is all too quick to believe them, maybe your boss is a hater. Be clear, the fish rots from the head, okay? So that means that usually it's because of bad management, right? That the environment is so toxic at your job. Now, it's just like when you have a group of friends, right? Say you have a really close-knit group of friends and it's all good and you're having a great time all the time. And then you get the guy, you get the boyfriend. Y'all all thought he was cute, but you get the guy. So you got this one friend that is super, envious and jealous, and she wants to throw a little salt in the game. So what does she do? She gets the hating and then spinning little stories and just sprinkling them and throwing them in, right? Whenever you're not around. or in the group chats, just kind of painting a picture of you that is not too pleasing. Listen, any friends that latch on to that, trust me, they meant to. They were just waiting for somebody to say, you know what, I couldn't stand her, right? Or they was one of your guy friends, he was just waiting on somebody to say, you know, I don't like dude and I always wanted this girl anyway. That's how it goes, right? The same thing at work. We need to look at it the same way. Whenever your supervisor is just too quick to believe those negative stories about you, perhaps it's because they are in fact trying to gaslight you. And that brings me to my next sign, right? The next sign is entrapment into disciplinary action. So what does this mean? Okay, look, it seems like whenever an incident that's not involving you takes place at the job, right? Perhaps you were just there and you broke it up. Or maybe you just listened to the other person's side, right? Or say you were just the only one that knows what happened. Doesn't it seem like when your boss is a hater, your name ends up on the top of the... Say you were just there, you're the only one that... You end up having to go to the disciplinary hearing and you have to explain yourself as if you were involved. No, trust, this is bullshit, right? And it's definitely a setup. They just want to get your name on these documents, right? And they want to gaslight you by telling you that it's just a thorough investigation of the facts, right? No. They just want to put your name in writing so that when it comes time for you to get that promotion, all of a sudden your name is on documents it's not supposed to be on. Am I right? Some companies are full of vultures, right? That like to scapegoat so that they can sweep bad behavior under the rug, right? They want to put it all under one umbrella, okay? And perhaps they want to deter you from telling the truth, right? You see where I'm coming from? They don't want you to come to them with any problems, and so you just keep your mouth shut because you know your name will be on that paperwork too. Does that make sense? Just some of the situations that you go through when your boss is a hater. There are other issues that you may experience. Poor reviews. They have a whole 4-page letter about how you can do a better job, yet they barely speak to you at work. Or moving the goalposts. You meet all your sales goals and they pretend as if, you know, sales don't matter. Like, in what world, right? Now, low contact. They tell others to do tasks that they want you to complete. However, they need to be speaking directly with you. Now, these are all symptoms and situations that your boss is a hater. Okay, guys, I will be back to talk about the audacity of these haters in my next video. I hope that you are staying well and with that will induce a result that will show up in the workplace on your job. Okay, press pause. Okay, listen to this. What is spoken in the boardroom from 20 countries away, right? It will invoke a curse, right? That will induce a result that will show up in the workplace on your job. Okay, press pause. Guys, spiritual warfare at work, right? That's a concept that you don't often think about. Now, this means that there's a goal, right, to limit your ability to prosper and be mentally well, right, and spiritually well, right, through manipulation and the policies that undervalue you at every time. Now, I'd say one of the most popular ways that they do this is by setting a low wage for the quality work that you provide. Now, some bosses will take your wages and stuff it right into their bonuses and their yearly review for themselves. always turns. It's fine. This is funny. Okay.